Hi, I'm Chef Owen Tilley, and I want to welcome you to this week's installment of Ask the Chef. This week's question comes from Hillary, and Hillary wants to know if I could share with her a quick and easy appetizer that's going to impress her guests. Well, I have one that's perfect for any occasion, Hillary. Today, we're going to make Mediterranean crusted salmon stuffed cucumber cups with fresh herbed yogurt. Now to do this, we're going to need 2 pieces of Cuisine's Mediterranean crusted salmon, about 3 English cucumbers, some fresh chives, some fresh oregano, fresh squeezed lemon juice, and fresh Greek yogurt. We're also going to use some salt and pepper, and that's going to season it up at the end. Now let's get started. First thing we want to do is we want to take our English cucumbers and make them look a little better than they normally do. Now, the way that I do this is I'm going to take a peeler and I'm going to peel a few lines to make a design, just like this. So I've made 3 quick peels down the side of the cucumber, and what this does is it gives us a little pattern or design, make it a little fancier. Then we want to cut the end off on both ends, then cut them into about 3/4 inch chunks, just like this. Okay, and we're going to do that to all 3 of our cucumbers. Now we have our cucumbers sliced and ready. Next thing we need to do is hollow it out. Now, I have this tool called a melon baller. These are available everywhere. You can even get them in your supermarket. And I think it's a great investment because not only does it make great little melon balls, it also does a trick like hollowing out a cucumber, just like this. Now what you want to do is center the melon baller in the middle of the cucumber and then just work it and pivot it around just like that. And it makes a nice cavity that we're going to stuff our chopped Mediterranean crusted salmon into. Alright, now I want you to follow through and do the same thing to all of the pieces. You should have about 20 to 25 pieces when you're done with all 3 of the cucumbers. And that's about what it's going to make. Each fillet is going to make in between 10 to 15, usually about 12 pieces per fillet. We're using 2 fillets, so that should give us about 25. I've pre-cooked 2 pieces of the Mediterranean crusted salmon from Cuisine. Make sure after you've cooked it off that you let it cool. You can even make it a day in advance because this is going to be a cold appetizer we're going to make. So simply, I'm just going to take the salmon and just chop it up. Now, I know your mother told you not to play with your food, but this is one of those instances where you kind of need to. Now, so what I'm doing is I'm just taking and folding it all together and kind of breaking it up. The reason I'm doing this is I want to take that Mediterranean crust and distribute it evenly amongst all the salmon. That way, each bite has great flavor and your guests will be really happy. All right, now we're just going to put this up to the side for a second. And now we're going to mix our herbed yogurt. Now, I'm using Greek yogurt today. The reason why I'm using Greek yogurt is pressed. And why they do that is to remove extra liquid. So it doesn't really look like the regular yogurt that you're used to, the American yogurt. This is a lot thicker and a lot creamier. So I'm just going to add about 2 cups of the yogurt into the mixing bowl with the juice of 1 lemon. Now if you don't have fresh squeezed, of course you can use the pasteurized stuff that they sell in the jar, but for a really explosive flavor, you always want to use fresh when you're using citrus. So I'm going to give that a quick stir, and then I've taken about a tablespoon of chopped fresh oregano, and now we're just going to give it a stir to make sure that it's well incorporated. Now what I like is just a little bit of salt into it. And that is going to help bring out all of those great flavors. All right, and now we're done. So the last step is we're going to put it all together. Let me grab the salmon back. And here are a few of the cups. Now, since the melon baller is the same size as the cavity that we used, if I use a scoop, I know it's going to fit in and look great. You're going to continue to do that for all of the cucumber cups that you've made. Now that you have all of your cucumber cups stuffed with the Cuisine Mediterranean crusted salmon, let's finish it up with the herbed yogurt. So we're just going to take a little dollop on top of each. And this is going to add a flavor burst as well as give a little bit more moisture to that Mediterranean crusted salmon. Now let's go to the plate. Okay, now that we have everything on the plate, we're going to finish up by just chopping up a little bit of chive for an extra zing and a little garnish. We're just going to take that, sprinkle it over the top of each one. And there you have it. Mediterranean crusted salmon stuffed cucumber cups with herbed yogurt. I want to thank Hillary for asking the question, how to make a quick and easy gourmet seafood appetizer that will impress her friends. And I want to thank you for joining me this week on Ask the Chef. And remember, you keep asking, I'll keep cooking.